Billy here, Storm Trades. Time for, yet again, another trade recap. This time we're going to go through my gold short trade from Monday, June 16th, AM trading session. We got a win on this trade, so let's get right after it. We're starting on the daily. Every day I start my analysis. This is exactly what I do, what I'm doing right here with you guys. I start on the daily. I'm trying to do the daily analysis as fast and simple as I can. I don't want to spend a lot of time on the daily. I'm not taking trades with stop losses based on the daily. The daily is just helping me get a narrative, right? And the narrative doesn't even have to be right. The narrative is just something that, if it makes sense on the daily, then when I move to the hourly, I can see how that's playing out, right? So it sort of makes sense to me to follow it down. And then ultimately I get on sides if my model presents itself and we've engaged a POI on the hourly, then I'll get on sides with a trade on the M5 timeframe. Anyway, we're on the hourly here, and I do the same thing every day. It's very repetitive. So I'm going to mark out the previous daily low, previous daily high. I'm going to run a fib from the previous daily candle just to sort of see where we are and where we could head. And I want to take note that we've just ran overnight the previous daily high. Is there any internal range liquidity or external range liquidity that's relevant at this level? Well, it is. We've most recently run some external range liquidity here in the form of a daily swing high. Now, when price tends to book right from external to internal and internal to external. So if we've just recently ran some external range liquidity, we're going to want to look at, do we have any internal range liquidity to target? Okay, so we do down here. Price doesn't have to come all the way down here, okay, in one day. It just has to make sense. To me, it makes sense that we may be creating a swing point here and heading lower to rebalance this daily imbalance. So I am bearish on the day. That's it. That actually probably took longer than I usually take when I'm doing my daily bias. Now I'm going to move straight on to the narrative time frame, which for me is the hourly time frame. Okay, so let's pull up the hourly here. And when the hourly, I'm also looking for the most recent change in the state of delivery. All right, and it's got to be pretty obvious. All right, we've got higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, etc., etc. And at this point right here, okay, we no longer have that. We've had a breakdown into the range, and we've confirmed this change in the state of delivery with the presence of fees fair value gaps right here, okay? Now, I will run a fib from the swing high to the swing low that took the liquidity that created the change in the state of delivery, and just see if anything lines up down here, right? This is not a model. This is just helping me understand the story that's being told, okay? So we have down here at the daily imbalance, we're at the -1 and -1.5. All right, we've got a lot of room to run. That's basically what I'm getting from that, running that standard deviation. Now, where is price currently located? Okay, price is currently located, well, where's price most recently delivering out of? All right, we're most recently delivering out of this bearish hourly fair value gap. And we had a liquidity raid inside of that, right? So we had a sweep of the previous hourly candle, a bearish candle here. I'm expecting price to go lower, but I need some good targets. And I have that right here in the form of hourly relatively equal lows. That's a great target right there. Those relatively equal lows happen to be inside of a bullish hourly fair value gap. And we also have an unmitigated fair value gap down here on the hourly. These are great draws on liquidity. I feel confident in trying to get on sides with a short. Okay, and as you can see, both the daily and the hourly here, it makes sense that price wants to move lower. Will it? It doesn't have to. It's certainly one tweet away from going up to the previous daily high. Okay, but I feel like I have the deck stacked in my favor at this time for shorts. That's all. So I will move down to the M5 time frame, and I'm simply looking for, now that I have my Now that I have my drawn liquidity and I've engaged the hourly POI, and I'm now looking just for a sweep and then a move back down into the range, closing below a change in the state of delivery order block. That's it. First things first, I'm looking for, will we raid some liquidity? I don't know. Let's follow some price. Let's follow price up. And right here, okay, we get a raid of liquidity. So it's a liquidity sweep. Now, the last up close candle prior to the close down, the last up close candle that took the liquidity is right here. It's a small one. It's right there. Okay. Now, I also want to take note that we have some really nice additional liquidity down here, right? So we've got relatively equal lows here on the M5, and we have the London low here, okay? The London low is a great draw on liquidity, especially with the hourly relative equal lows below us. So as soon as we made this sweep and closed underneath this up close candle, even though it's very small, okay, I wanted to get on sides. I love the draw on liquidity. And so I got in right here, okay, and I moved, and I took the trade off at the London low, and so made sense to me. 1.88R, it's plenty, and I'm going to put a sell in here, stop above this swing high, take profit down right at the London low. Okay, and let's move price forward here. And boom. It was a very fast trade. We took absolutely no drawdown. It's really nice when a plan comes together, and it's nice when I'm very clear on the daily, and then I can see how that's playing out in the same direction on the hourly. I really feel confident getting on sides with the trade in that direction. All right, if you guys got anything out of this at all, appreciate a like, a subscribe, thumbs up, a comment, whatever. I just think anybody who watches these, I get a lot out of doing them, and I hope there's something that helps you guys out as well. All right. Thank you. Have a good one.